I enjoy enjoying life. I want to be surrounded with people who have optimistic views, great senses of humor. We joke, we laugh, we tease one another, we carry on. I want to enjoy life that way. That's important to me. And so on occasion, I've had people in my life who were very negative, who were naysayers, who never wanted to do anything, who always had the bad side of everything. And I have, as gently as possible, but as firmly as necessary, I have drop kicked those people out of my life. Let's do a quick experiment. In the margin of your paper, no one will ever see this, I want you to write down the names of the 5 people you interact with most often in your day-to-day existence. Just their first names, you'll know who they are. Write them down. 5 names. The 5 people you most often talk with, do things with, study with, drink with, I don't know. 5 people. First names. If you don't have 5 friends, then put 4 in your damn dog, okay? The bottom of that list, I want you to put one more name, and that's your own. Just put your own name at the bottom, and you'll have 6 names. Now, next to each name, I want you to give them a score on a scale of 0 to 10. A 10 means this person is the most supportive, encouraging, positive person you could ever want, who is helping you direct your life in the way you want to go, achieve the things you want to achieve. They're a cheerleader, a supporter, a great friend. You can rely on them, and they are encouraging you to make the best out of your life. That's a 10. 9's pretty close, an 8's pretty damn good, 7's still positive. A 5 is they're not affecting you good or bad. A 4 is they're kind of that negative person. They've always got something negative to say, they're a naysayer, they never want to do anything, they don't want to study. A 3 is they're pretty worthless. A 2 is they're your drug dealer or your pimp. Okay? You see what I'm saying? And a 0 is they probably should be in prison. I want you to give a score to every name on your list, including yourself. Made up some numbers there. Add your numbers up. Try to do it without a calculator, yeah. Use your fingers if you have to, especially if you're from Alabama, it's okay. What's the maximum score you could get? 60. I'm going to tell you, if you're getting anything below a 40, 42, you need to get rid of some of the people in your life. You need to identify those people who have very low scores, and you need to drop kick them out of your life. Why is that? Because what we know happens to each one of us over the course of our lives. You become like the things you put your attention to. You become like the information that you put into your mind. You become like the things you focus on. And you become like the people you spend your time with. You take on the attributes, attitudes, behaviors, values of the people you spend most of your time with. We are adaptable human beings. We adapt to our environment based on the things that come into our mind. What comes into our mind is what we focus on and who we spend time with. Those are the 2 most important things that will affect the nature of the rest of your life. What do you focus on, and who do you spend your time with? Now, there's an economics decision for you. Okay? The people you hang around with will make you like them. Some folks say you will become the average of all those people. Sir?
You drop kick yourself.
Absolutely, and in the strongest possible terms. If you see that you are in fact not achieving and you are in fact holding yourself back and dragging yourself down, then you need to remedy that. How do you remedy that? Perhaps you talk with a good friend or a counselor or a priest or an advisor. Perhaps you come and chat with me and you and I find out if we can't find a counselor or somebody else who would be able to give you better insight. Perhaps you associate with other people and other organizations. And you try and discover the better part of your nature and foster that. Absolutely. Unfortunately, a lot of people do make this discovery in life, but they don't make it till they're in their 50s. And then they look back and say, no wonder my life sucked. Yeah, bud. Well, you're learning about it a little earlier. Yes, ma'am.
I thought it was interesting you said you become the average of it, because I was looking at my numbers and I'm exactly the average.
You're exactly the average of the other 5. That ought to scare the hell out of you, unless you got some great people and your average is 9.9.
I can't really drop kick people who aren't, so it's
Well, I use the term drop kick intentionally because it seems rather
forceful.
What can we do instead of just kicking somebody out of our lives is we can gently disengage. We can learn to say the most important word in the English language.
No.
No. Hey, let's go drinking. No. Can you do that? If you want to bad enough, yeah. Good point. Yes, ma'am?
As in the list, I really don't engage personally with a lot of people since I'm like a really busy person, but I happen to engage with 2 of my roommates, which happen to be very low score. I mean, I used to like hang out with them much more, but other people just show me really their nature. And I mean, I still like, they're part of my daily base, but I choose not to really, as you say, engage, but I mean, they're still my numbers.
I take very much your point that you can't necessarily just kick people out of your life. Okay, you're stuck with these roommates until the lease is up, maybe something like that. Mm-hmm. But when you recognize that things aren't right in a relationship, I'm going to give you the next lesson. I'm going to give you the next lesson before I continue with choices. And if we don't get to choices till next class, that's okay. This is economics for you. This is the choices you make. This is the allocation of your resources and where it's going to lead you, okay? This is called the principle of exchange. Okay? Suppose you got a lawnmower and you sell it to me for $100. That's me. That's you. This is going to seem so simple, but it is so profound. I gave you $100 for the lawnmower. You gave me the lawnmower. Which was worth more to me, the lawnmower or the $100? The lawnmower. Am I better off as a result of this? Yeah, I got rid of something I didn't value for something I did value more. Simple, right? What about you? What was more valuable to you, the $100 or the lawnmower?
$100.
The $100. You didn't need a damn lawnmower. Hell, you're too damn lazy to use it anyway. So are you better off as a result of this exchange? You got rid of something you didn't value, and in return, you got something you valued more than the lawnmower. You're better off. This is simple, isn't it? Go ahead.
Can I be excused for a moment?
Huh?
Can I be excused for a second?
Certainly.
Thank you.
The principle of exchange is exchange does not occur unless both people are better off as a result. You got that? That's pretty damn simple, isn't it? Both people have to be better off. Now take it one more step with me. There's you, and there's your significant other. Dear friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, husband, wife. What's going on in your relationship? Every minute of every day, there is an exchange that is occurring. That person is making you feel good, is helping you out, is doing this, taking care of that, and you're doing things that are having an impact on that other person. You're making them feel better, you're making them feel loved and appreciated, you're doing little favors for them, you're taking them to work, whatever. There is that constant exchange in any relationship. This could be as friends, this could be as work colleagues, but in the more interpersonal relationship. What do you have to do if you want that relationship to continue? This is the key. What do you have to do if you want that relationship to endure over time?
Keep giving.
You must do everything you can to make sure that the other person is receiving more than they feel they are giving. You must make them feel that they are receiving more than they are giving. Then they will continue the exchange. You see what that says? In everything you do, everything you say, think about, am I making my partner happier? Because if the partner reaches the point that what they are giving is less than what they feel they are giving themselves, what they are getting is less than what they are giving, what's going to happen? They stop the exchange. The relationship is destroyed. This is true if you work for me as my employee. If I really want you to be a good employee capable of working on your own, minimum supervision, learning skills, being productive, being happy, the most important thing I've got to do is make you feel like whatever you're given to this job, you're getting more back in return for it. Not just money. Maybe my recognition, maybe my praise, maybe my appreciation for you being such a good person, okay? If you want to continue a relationship with anyone, you've got to make damn sure they're getting more than they feel like they're giving you. If this causes you perhaps to think, there is a book called The 5 Love Languages. It's about romantic relationships, if you will, but it also applies to other relationships. And it says we communicate back and forth in different languages sometimes. And if your partner is using a different language than you are, there is no damn transaction. Anybody familiar with that book, 5 Love Languages? Do you remember the 5 love languages?
Nice, exchanging gifts.
1, gifts. If to you it's a big deal when I give you a gift, super, I need to know that. But if you give me a gift and think it's a big deal, but that's not my language, there's no transaction. There's no real appreciation on my part. Gifts, what else?
Words of appreciation.
Words of affection. Okay. What's the third one?
Touch.
Touch. Holding hands. Whatever. Hugs. 4. Time. I'm going to take the whole weekend off and I'm going to spend them just with you. Okay. What's the last one? Anybody remember?
It's in words of affirmation or something like that.
We got, I'm sorry, it's affirmation, not affection. I'm trying to think of the term now.
Acts of service.
Thank you, service. Acts of service. That's okay, baby. I'll do the dishes tonight. Don't worry about it. Okay? Does anyone here know for yourself 1 or 2 of these that are most important to you? What's your basic love language? I can tell you what mine is. Words of affection and touch. And fortunately, the same thing is true of my wife. So as old as we are, we still hold hands when we walk into the grocery store. Okay? I still tell her I love her 2, 3, 4, 5 times a day, and she does the same for me. And that just continues to keep that exchange positive. Neither one of us gives a damn about gifts. We don't even go get Christmas gifts, except for our kids or grandkids. It's not a big deal. Time. Oh, we spend Saturday and Sunday mornings going to breakfast together. After that, if we want to do something, we do it. If I say, hey, I'm thinking about going fishing Saturday afternoon, she'll say, get the hell out of the house. I got stuff to do. Time is not a big deal. Acts of service, we continue to do that and appreciate it. Thank you for emptying the dishwasher, sweetheart. I appreciate it. That's that exchange that has to go on if you're going to maintain a relationship. And you can change the language to the scenario. What are the languages at work? Make them up. Decide. What are the languages among your friends? How do your friends want to be appreciated, want to be included in your life? Okay? This is economics. You only have so many hours, so many dollars, and so much energy. You better learn to use them the best way you can, the most effective way you can to get the things you want. Or life is going to be a constant compromise. All right?